Assalamu alaikum students. I hope everybody is doing well. So in this video we are going to do reference to the context of this poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. First of all we are going to discuss about the reference. What is the meaning of the reference? So reference is basically from where the stanza has been taken and who is the author of this poem. And after comes the context. In context we discuss about the idea in short form and the context of writing and the pre-writing ideas what actually poet wants to say. And then comes the term or explanation or paraphrase. In explanation we explain the stanza in our own words, but we do not change the context of the poem. Let's read the first stanza. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. First of all, we would discuss about the reference, and the reference would be these lines have been taken from the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening and written by Robert Frost. And then discuss about the context, and then that context would be in this stanza poet is telling us about the traveler. When he reaches near a dark snowy woods, he stops there to enjoy it. That would be the context. Context should not be too long, but it should be only 3 to 4 lines. And then comes the explanation, in which we are going to explain the whole stanza. Like the poet has stopped near the snowy woods, he first wonders, who owns these woods? In the same breath, he tells us that he thinks he does know who owns them. The owner of the woods lives in a house in the village. He would not come to watch his woods, so he would not get into trouble for standing on his land. Now we are going to read the second stanza. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. Reference would remain same and the context would be different, and the context would be the poet is not alone, his little horse is with him. He psychoanalyzes his little horse and guesses he is saying something to him. Then comes the explanation of stanza number 2. So in the explanation we are going to summarize the idea of the poet in our own words. The poet is not alone. He has a horse and his horse is little, and he and his horse spend a lot of time together. His horse analyzes that it's strange to stop without any farmhouse. The poet and his little horse are feeling cold between the woods and a frozen lake. It happens to be the darkest evening of the year. Let's move towards the stanza number 3. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downing flake. In this video we are only discussing about the reference to the context. If you want to see the detailed explanation, kindly see the previous video. Reference of every stanza would remain same, but the context would be different. Context of stanza number 3 would be, even though the poet can read his little horse's mind, the horse can't talk back. He chooses the option of shaking his harness bells to get his attention. That is going to be the context, and let's just discuss about the explanation of stanza number 3. The explanation would be, the horse cannot stand in chill any longer and is losing its spirit. Even though the poet can read his little horse's mind, the horse cannot express his feelings. He has some harness bells on his back and gives them a little shake in order to ask his master if there is something problematic. I am losing my spirit. In addition to the sound of harness bells, the only other sounds are of a slight wind and of falling snow. Let's move towards the last stanza. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Reference would remain same, and the context would be Though the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but the writer or the poet has a lot of other works to do before sleep. And the explanation would be, the poet admits to have a great passion for the dark, beautiful, snowy woods, but he tells us he has got things to do, people to see, and places to go. He has got a long way to go before he can take rest, so he has miles to cover before